Hi, friends. I have a practice for those of you who have worked in your Akashic Records and you're confident of getting information for yourself and you're needing help making a decision. So, what the practice is considered sort of I don't know, it's a blind reading. So, I have written the options I've considered on these little slips of paper and folded them up and then mixed them up and then numbered them. So I know what the options are, but I don't know like what option one is. Um, but I'm going to open my records and go into a reading and get the energy of each one and how it works with me and I guess you could say my next steps forward for the highest good, smoothest transition. I think I'm really just needing some perspective and to let my mind step back and have more objectivity around these options. And this is what I use it for. Um, Kind of the kicker is, though, that when you do it and you get an answer and you reveal to yourself, oh, okay, this was number one. And based on what I got, like, now how do I feel about that in my heart? Not in my brain, um, but really in my heart. And what reactions am I having to that in my physical body? Um, because it's all just information. And for me personally, I feel like it helps me process a decision. And the Akashic Guides always come from a place of helping us align with really our soul essence. So sometimes the best, or I don't want to say best, but sometimes the decision that's going to work well right now is the one that feels most scary. Um, so I am not going to leave the recording on while I'm doing this. I'm going to pause it. And if you would like to do it, I invite you to get on here and open your Akashic Records and do the practice with me, and then come back afterwards. And I still kind of feel like being here, even if the video is paused, like holding space, like we're still in a space together to amplify the energy. So that's my intention anyway. Even if we're not sitting here um, on video chat recorded. I don't know. I still think it's gonna work. So I would love to know how it turns out for you. And um, yeah, I've used it in the past and it's been very helpful for me. So okay, I will see you shortly. So I just finished my reading and per usual, it was extremely helpful and um, really offered me perspective on the decisions that I'm trying to make, and also just a greater sense of peacefulness around it, which I feel is the most important thing. And as usually happens, once I kind of get through a section or an option, I'm like, I kind of think it might be that one. And so I'll write it down, and often I am correct. Every now and then, it's like, no, you're totally off. But usually I'm very close, and I was. And it just gave me a different perspective to view each option from. And often that's just what we're needing. Um, just a little more spaciousness in there and a little less stress and pressure and really seeing things in a box that we've put them in or that our mind may have put them in. I also wanted to mention that you can do this if you have a reading partner, and it can be actually double blind to the reader because I've tried it where the reader doesn't know the question and doesn't know the options, and so they're literally reading the energy of piece of paper number one and have gotten just some amazingly cool results from that. So if you have a reading partner, it's really fun to try it. So just giving you the option, if you do work with someone. Yeah, I if you try this, please let me know, obviously. I am interested to find out what other people think about the fun little practices that I do for myself in order to trick my brain to stop being so freaking um, dominant for one, and just feeling feeling the need to have a neat, tidy answer, which, as we all know, doesn't always happen. So, thank you again for anyone who joined me. And if you don't currently have an Akashic practice or need some personal mentoring on how to get started or having problems reading for yourself, I am now offering mentoring sessions. So, yeah, just throwing it out there. Okay, thank you. Bye.